Good morning, guys. Hey, it's me again. Thought of something else. Hey, Steve's got t-shirts. He doesn't have them made. He's waiting on the sizes. So on the front, it's going to have the shield, the cross swords. It's basically going to be that picture that it's our group picture. And above it, it's going to say God's mighty men, and then under it is going to say cultivating shepherds. And for the verse on the back, it's going to be 1 Corinthians 16:13. And I'm riding in the car. I don't have my Bible in front of me, but it's the one that says, be strong, quit you like men, stand fast or stand firm in the faith. Stand fast in the faith, I think it says. But Steve's just waiting on sizes and orders. It's kind of an army green, kind of an olive drab green, kinda, not really. It's a little lighter. It's really cool. I had to get him to find me some tall t-shirts, so mine's going to be a little darker green. It's not because I wanted it that way, it's just because that's all we could find in a tall. But he's ready. He's got the templates laid out. That's going to be the verse on the back of everybody's shirt, because it really kind of sums up what we're trying to do here. That's what this is going to be all about. We're going to try to create godly men. And this stems from the idea from 1 or 2 Samuel there, where God talks about David's mighty men. King David, before he was king, he was a shepherd boy. And it was while he was a shepherd boy that time in his life framed him, it created him, it made who he was. And so much so that God says that he's a man after his own heart. That David as a shepherd was a man after God's own heart. That's what I want for my boys. That's what I want for myself. But I am given the accountability and the command from God to train up my child in the way he should go. And this is something I need to be doing, and it's something that our boys will benefit from. We want to create godly men. So, of necessity, we're going to have some sort of an age restriction here. And I'm going to try to come up with that. I haven't yet. But the ideal will be is that when we get together once a month, 2 or 3 of us men can't watch 50 kids, if they're not mature enough to obey us and be respectful. So that's really what it'll hinge on. Father, if your kid's a little younger than that and you want to be a part of this, you're welcome. As long as the kid, number one, will take direction and not run around, to where it's an issue for his safety. Or number two, if you're coming, if you're going to bring your child and be responsible for your child, and he's a little younger than our age group, that's fine. You're welcome. I want this to be a resource. I want this to be a resource for fathers, and it's for you all to be able to use it to cultivate shepherds. So those are some scriptures you can be thinking about. 1 Corinthians 16:13. And again, I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants right here. I've not looked all this up. I'm going by memory, so forgive me if some reference is not exactly right. But you can look up where God talks about David being after his own heart. You can look at the list of God's mighty men. God's idea of a man is not Hollywood's idea of a man today. His idea of a man is certainly not what culture would teach you right now. The Lord is against effeminate men, and calls it a sin. It's in a list of pretty rough sins in the New Testament. And I remember that's Ephesians or Corinthians. But you look up that word effeminate, and in the King James Bible, which is obviously, that's going to be our authority. That's what we're going to use to teach these boys. So God's not for effeminate men. He's for manly men. David slew a bear and slew a lion, before he was ever king. While he was still a shepherd, he did those things in defense of those sheep. And so that's what we're going to try to cultivate. We're not going to worry about what's politically correct. We're going to go by the Bible, and we're going to create men. We're going to put forth an effort to create men, and men by God's definition, as found in the Authorized Version of 1611. And so that's a little informational video here, give you some scriptures to be thinking about, something that I'm thinking about, but also to encourage you. You don't have to have a t-shirt, but it's important that we create an environment for these boys of camaraderie. Those boys can all wear these t-shirts and feel like they're part of a group, and we can start cultivating shepherds. So feel free to post, message me, call me, or we can talk tonight. I pray that y'all have a good day. The Lord will protect you until we see each other again. God bless.